Once that little bit of extra and the reduction, the big thing is the reduction in damage from the melee. He knows that they're going to be playing against his comp because he saw how well they played against Team LG. So he's going to be using that Molten Armor instead of the Mage Armor, which would provide a lot more damage, but a reduction in the duration of magic debuffs. So Yaspresents another sticking to his guns again, playing that Unholy DK. As great out of the gate, of course we are going to follow Snuts, see if he can make it happen for his teams as he gets right out there, getting that aura up quickly, tosses his pet over onto the enemy. Warlock, it looks like he's definitely going to be sticking on him right now. No Mortal Strike debuffs out quite yet from the pet. There it goes. Now it's going to be on Zuniaki, as Snuts is going to have some pressure very quickly from the Warrior, as another is choosing to go on Venruki, but he's constantly being rooted. Venruki taking a lot of damage right now in a single Strangulate onto Collective.
Yeah, this is already a pretty good start for another Zuniaki and Kara, but another taking a lot of damage, mainly from Snuts. Venruki not doing too much. There's the Palm and the Alter Time. He pops back, throws down a Sheep and a Ring, both instant links at Alter Time. Another has to sack his pet, get a lot more health back, but he's still in a little bit of trouble because Venruki has used his on-use Trinket as well as Icy Veins. Another going to be taking so much damage right here. Snuts taking a little bit from that Warrior. Intim Shout goes out, but it doesn't do much.
Another taking a lot of damage right now, taking so much damage that Frostbomb did detonate, forcing Zuniaki, but we see a Fear and a Hex onto Zuniaki, so it's going to be kind of short. Another with another Frostbomb. The Chaos Waves are coming down. 1-0. Bring it.
Bring it. They brought it. One game already down.
And you can look at the cooldowns used by another to try to stay alive. The AMS ticking down right there. Everything, the desecrated ground. Look at that.
Look at that smile. Look at Snuts.
Boy.
They're so happy, man. That's one game down out of 3 that they need. They're 1/3 of the way there, man. They didn't force that many cooldowns at all from this team. Any defensive cooldowns onto the MLS, the Mage Lord Shaman. Snuts popped everything at the end there just to be like, yeah, I'm in it. I'm going to win it, guys. Meanwhile, special thanks to Razor. Thank you so much for sponsoring this. Check them out, razoracademy.com. We're going to get this game started very shortly here, guys.
Looks like, again, we're going to follow Snuts out of the gate because if there's anyone that wants this, it's him. Of course, his teammates definitely are there to help him out, but he has a lot to prove. But we're going to see if the team of Yaspresents is going to be able to do anything from the start. Let's see. Right from the start, Snuts is going to try to get into Demon Form as fast as he can to get there it goes, or it gets tossed up immediately. So he's going to have that reduction as we see a Fell Flame knocking down that grounding. But look at the damage onto Collective. So from the start, already having to Spirit Link, using just about everything. Look at the damage on to Snuts from that Spirit Link. Collective not able to pick himself up. Wow, that Necrotic Strike was so high, so fast. Kara down to half right now. He did have all of his cooldowns pop with that Avatar, that Skull Banner, that Recklessness, that massive amount of damage. But look at the damage onto Kara and another Zuniaki having to sit through that entire Fear because his Tremor was down.
Another's in a lot of trouble though, man. The Chaos Waves are landing onto him. He goes down to 180,000 HP. Wow, they zoned that really well. Kara at the end of his cooldowns just had a line of sight. He was unable to be topped. Zuniaki was in a pet stun right there. He's out of it now. Gonna try and top up another for sure. Earth Shield is onto another. That's the main target they want to hit. As soon as AMS is down, he's just gonna flop. AMS is coming back up in 1 second.
Here it comes. All right, so you see Ascendance used by both. Healing Shamans right there is a big heal onto another. Kara not completely healed. There we go. Now we see some big heals coming out from Zuniaki as the team of Bring It starting to play more control right now. Zuniaki having to Tremor again, not having to use his Trinket though, which is good because he's going to need that in a little bit.
Yeah, Venruki, he's really leading the damage charge here whenever he decides to use a Frostbomb out on a deep target. And this is it, a Frostbomb onto Kara. They're popping everything right here. Shield Wall has to be used at 130,000 HP now. Collective still taking a lot of damage. He does have his run while casting popped.
Yeah, there was the Gnaw from the pet. That was great. The Soul Reaper, though, wow, got healed up right before that Soul Reaper exploded. Kara having the taste for blood up. Another also getting kind of low. Snuts with everything up, having to Trinket, using all those defensive cooldown. He has that unending resolve up right now as the pet is killed, it looks like. Nope, and that was a totem as Kara Still has a taste for blood up right now, but no cooldowns to match that damage for him. He's used just about everything. Another, and Kara just riding out, trying to survive till the next set of cooldowns. Zuniaki gets feared away. No tremor, no trinket. Kara taking a lot of damage. Blanket spell lock on top of it. Kara might live through this.
Into a hex. Will Kara actually fall here? It looks like he might. Big pressure going out onto him. He doesn't have very many defensive cooldowns remaining. His die by the sword is coming up in 3 seconds, as well as his trinket. That was not looking too good for him. Thankfully, they did manage to survive. And now a Ring of Frost going down around their pillar right here. They don't want any melee touching him.
Wow.
And Venruki's water elemental does go down.
So Another's cooldowns are coming back up. He's used IBF, so he's going to wait on that. If he gets stunned, Snuts' pet taking a lot of damage. Wasn't healed up after that sacrificial pact, though. Here comes the Chaos Waves onto another 2 gigantic Chaos Waves landing. Zuniaki having to trinket that. The NS goes up. The heal almost didn't even register because of the amount of damage that Another's taking. Venruki forced to block, however. Both Snuts Collective and Venruki, a lot of damage right now. Collective really needs to pick it up.
I love the way how Venruki's throwing this ring around on the boxes that prevents them from chasing back there. Snuts taking so much damage, though. He's going to have to use his Dark Regen, probably his Hellstone as well. There's a Blanket Silence onto Zuniaki. The Dark Soul comes back from cooldown on Snuts in 26 seconds. That's when they're going to go for the kill. That was a die by the sword right there. This is very good for our Mage Lock Shaman.
Spell Reflect goes up and is down again as there we go. Now he has his 200 backup. Avatar comes back up with Deadly Calm. Let's see if he can put out enough damage. Looks like Venruki is definitely going to be their target as he is going to kite back, and I really like this play by both Snuts Collective and Venruki, constantly pulling back to those boxes if they need.
Yeah, Snuts' pet looks like it may go down pretty soon here, but he has used his Sacrificial Pact as well. Venruki at 250,000 HP right here. Snuts cooldowns now available. He will want to pop them soon as they can get any kind of CC onto Zuniaki, who's just playing at range, trying to stay away with that grounding totem drop constantly. Zuniaki at 50,000 mana versus Collective's 90. Zuniaki doing a little bit worse. A big grip from Snuts away from his port.
Oh, there goes the second grip. It's great behind the boxes right there, out of line of sight of his healer. However, Snuts using his leap to get over in port range and ports behind. That stopped a lot of that push by Yaspresents. All right, so it looks like they are going to go on the Water Elemental, who's definitely going to fall right there. Now, Venruki, there we go. He has his cooldown up, so he's going to be able to re-summon it immediately, taking a lot of damage. The Frost Bomb went out and doesn't look like it landed on anyone. As I do believe that is a banner out from Kara, not the Skull Banner though, as he is going to try to do as much damage as he can, because Venruki barely living over and over, but it's great that he's pulling way back. There goes that AMS, and it is down onto another, so he's going to be a great target in just a minute.
Collective able to drink so much right there. He's at 180,000 mana. We need to see Snuts pop his Demon Soul, or Dark Soul rather, just burst. Another popping his unused trinket. It has expired now. He was going for the burst there. Venruki in a little bit of trouble at 230,000 HP. Collective needs to get some heals on him. Top him back off. A Frost Bomb onto another at 200,000 HP. It's going to explode. Not too much. Snuts has used his Unending Resolve. He's in a little bit of trouble. Venruki low, but here comes a one-shot from Snuts onto another 130,000 HP. He does manage to live through it. This is now just going to be all up to Venruki's damage. Snuts spamming those Touch of Chaos inside of Demon Form. Lichborn heals coming out for another. He's also used his AMS. Karapiote, he's the one in trouble.
Oh, with the Hex onto Zuniaki right now, having to trinket that, getting out of it. Wow, and barely Kara gets back behind the boxes. Venruki, though, still has that Ice Block up in case he is pressured, so he can play very offensive if he wants. Both Kara and another getting so low. Zuniaki has nothing right now. Tremor barely coming back up, but Kara isn't that deep. There goes the Spirit Link. All 3 members of the party are so low right now. Bring It looking so good in this second match.
Yeah, another at 186,000 HP. Hasn't been able to be topped. An Axe Toss onto Zuniaki. This is where they're going for the kill. He's at 55,000 HP. Can they live through this? They need this game. They're at 212 now. It looks like he should be fine, but a fear onto Zuniaki, maybe not.
No tremor. Another barely getting that AMS back up. Wow, negates that Chaos Wave damage. That saved his life right there. But look at Zuniaki in the deep. Lots of damage coming on to him right now. Barely living through that. Wow.
Nature's Guardian did proc for him. It's going to fade relatively shortly. Venruki in a little bit of trouble, man. He's actually just going to have to Ice Block.
Because Collective is going to get some drinks off of this. It's really good. Zuniaki, though, definitely can be the target as he does get feared on that heal. As look, he is starting to help his team out. Those very, very slow, long, mana-efficient heals being cast. Frost Orb just came back up, as that means Venruki is going to be able to do a bunch of damage, but he is down below right now. Of course, the Warrior on top of him. Another getting counterspelled right now, which means he can't use any of his defensive cooldowns. Down to 50,000 in a ring, 20,000 life. Zuniaki has nothing for him right now. Here comes the Chaos Waves. Somehow he's living through this.
But will he? He's down to 6,000. Wow, and he will end up falling. We have Bring It at 2-0 right here at the finals. They need one more game. Snuts' curse looks like it's going to break tonight, man.
Oh boy, there we go. And that was the Dalarens, the team from Europe. Zuniaki playing that Orc Shaman.
I like the way he just cried.
Oh, absolutely.
Man. He's worried.
Yeah.
Kara, man. That guy's good.
Yep.
He's a
playing
crowd
for the
pleaser,
crowd,
man.
he definitely is. Okay, they are going to swap onto it. I like that they are going double Orc for their healer and their warrior, and of course another needing to play that undead mage, so he's going to be able to break the fears cast by Snuts and going to be able to provide some crowd control. This is going to be a little bit different match, of course. Not going to be as fast for the team of Yaspresents. So let's see what happens. We're going to follow Venruki out of the start. Nope. Let's switch over, and there we go. Venruki. There we go. Snuts is actually going to get his Demonic Gateway off. The Warrior is going to start onto Venruki right now, who barely doesn't even have his Ice Barrier pop. There it goes. Now it's going to fade off of it as Venruki is looking to get that Encounter's Ward back up. We see a charge on to Collective right there, who has a lot of action nearby. That Capacitor Totem going down. So Kara trying to get away deep onto Zuniaki right now. Kara at half as Zuniaki with a follow-up ring on top of him. Kara still down to half as he's going to have to use Die by the Sword with a Spell Reflection. Oh no, so many cooldowns used by Kara with a Trinket on another. Look at that Frost Bomb and with
they have to use Shield Wall before Dark Soul. Kara might die right here. He's at 65,000. He gets picked back up. This is not looking good. As soon as Snuts pops his Dark Soul, they're going to have to pull something out of their hat in order to survive, man. This is not looking good for Yaspresents. Bring It may very well take home the championship right here in the next few seconds. Snuts has used his Chaos Waves without Dark Soul.
Zuniaki still has his Trinket up. He still has Link. Oh, now here comes a half duration deep right there. Kara popping everything right now, knowing that they have to win. Look at the damage onto Venruki. Kara not able to bring him down, so he's going to have to switch on to Snuts, who ports away instantly. Water Elemental being the target, and that Water Elemental is going to go down so fast. Nope, he's able to pull it back with lots of heals.
Yeah, here we go, man. Now everything's down for our Warrior.
Oh,
he won't be able to scare them.
No offensive, no defensive cooldowns whatsoever left for him. Venruki, knowing that he can push into the open at this point, trying to get some damage out on it. He's got a lot of cooldowns left too, so he's going to have a little while on his block right there. I mean, on his palm. But we see another getting safeguarded too, as he's going to try to cast as many Frost Bombs. There we go. Nope. And trying to fake it. Wow. Followed by a Hex right there, so that's taking a little bit of damage as that Earth Shield gets swapped onto him, getting that aura back up as he's being able to put out so much pressure just from the aura himself, following it up with a lot of damage deep onto Collective right there, followed by a full Sheep. Collective deciding to sit it, and I like that, not using his PvP Trinket because look at that, full life bars across the board. Kara getting half deep right there. Zuniaki still has everything up except for Tremor breaking that last fear.
I believe they're just trying to get the Trinket out of Zuniaki, and that's when they'll pop the Dark Soul. I can't think of any other reason. Snuts has the Demonic Fury available, I believe. It's just up to him when he wants to actually do it. It won't happen for another 15 seconds or so when he has 2 charges of his Chaos Wave. Yeah, this is a very tough match for this Warrior Mage Shaman at this point, man. I don't think there's any chance for them, really. Snuts goes back into his demon form. He hops out of it now. Those won't be the Chaos
Here comes a deep and a Frost Orb right now as he's going to be able to put out a little bit of pressure. Of course, another trying to get some damage out as he has his Water Elemental on passive, not wanting it to get pulled away. We see a Sheep come down, which was negated by that Grounding Totem. Another right there using his unused Trinket. Oh, and look at that. Every single Frost Bomb cast was negated again and again, using that complete PvP unused Trinket with no effect. Venruki having to block a little earlier, so we'll have to see. Another half deep onto Collective.
It looks like now is going to be the time for a Warrior Mage Shaman. They have a Polymorph on another. It does get dispelled. I think they need to get something onto Zuniaki, an instant cast fear, a Palm Ring, anything, but Kara going to take a lot of damage here. Here's a Dark Soul. This may very well be the
here
end
comes
of
the
Kara.
Chaos Waves!
He's at 25k. Wow, he managed to live. Rallying Cry at 18k. Spirit Link goes out. Can they live here? Rallying Cry, everything has been used
Ascendance
now.
also with the ring landing on top of it, both the healer feared on top of it, with a trinket available but not using it, fear on top of him again. Battlemaster Trinket coming out, Zuniaki barely living. That Ascendance isn't going to last long, but he needs to heal everyone up. Venruki taking a lot of damage right there. Didn't even have to cold snap though.
Yeah, this is really scary for this Warrior right here, man.
Oh,
He
here
knows
comes the deep.
anything's going to be scary. Can they get anything on Zuniaki out of that? They're trying to go for the Polymorph. It was gag order thrown right there by Kara. Really excellent job. Great awareness on him. He doesn't want his heal to be sheathed. That would be very bad news for him. Venruki now stuck in that charge stun. Kara just charging into him. Venruki actually blinks through the Ring of Frost and gets rung. This is looking decent for our Warrior team at this point because their cooldowns are going to be coming up right here. Avatar is
back
now
up.
available.
Still a minute left on Recklessness, however. Die by the Sword still down, as is Shield Wall, which means if there's a situation where Zuniaki is going to have to trinket Kara right now down to half, as another is going to get hexed. Zuniaki not able to get him out of that hex whatsoever.
Some Chaos Waves landing right here, or I'm sorry, a Hand of Gul'dan. Another not entirely top yet. Zuniaki at 165,000 mana versus Collective's 224,000.
Oh, and there goes the block. This is pretty big. Another not getting healed up either. Zuniaki is feared away, followed by a full ring. Still not choosing to trinket. Zuniaki is really holding on to this. We see Kara with at least one stack of Taste for Blood up. He's looking around, trying to see if he can get a good fear off, followed by some damage so he can toss some cooldowns out, but he's not going to be able to use this Taste for Blood for anything.
Now we have Snuts' Dark Soul coming back up in 11 seconds. That's when he's going to be able to go all out. He has a Demonic Fury. There's a stun onto Kara. I wouldn't have used that on him right then.
It's gone. The Taste for Blood is gone. There's no threat whatsoever from this Warrior right now. That Chaos Wave with a very short deep onto Kara as he's down. Wow, huge heal.
And that's why I wouldn't have used that stun, is because you don't want to DR the deep. By no means is that going to cost them this game at all, but that is a slight mistake. Now Snuts does have the Demonic Fury available to him. Kara has bopping all of his cooldowns, Avatar, everything on use, onto Venruki. Venruki in a little bit of trouble right here. He does catch the Earth Shield, but it is going to be dispelled off. I believe that was Zuniaki that got it. Venruki still in a little bit of trouble. A nice Shockwave catches Collective and Venruki right there. Snuts a little bit low on health. He's getting picked up just fine though, especially with Twilight Ward. He won't take any damage from that mage.
All right, so there was a cold snap and a trinket forced out of Venruki, so he's going to be able to block again if he is in trouble. There we go, a deep with Kara, who's behind the pillar, having to trinket right there, but a great stop by another with that palm ring right there, allowing his Warrior to live, but look at the damage onto Venruki right there. He still has that block available, has not been forced yet.
That was the Dark Soul from Snuts too. He won't have that for another 2 minutes now, man. That wasn't the best use of it. You really need to line that up perfectly. But Zuniaki holding onto his trinket, maybe it's just a mind game. Maybe they just think, hey, we're not gonna use our trinket and they will never be able to kill us.
Yep, and there we go, another deep onto Kara right there with a Die by the Sword immediately after it. That does get dispelled. So we see the Spirit Walker's Grace go out as Zuniaki gets hexed. Gets dispelled by another, of course, who is going to toss a deep out, I do believe. Yeah, onto Collective. Very short, though.
He tried to get the ring there. It was stopped, though. Frozen Orb is out from both mages. They're trying to get as much damage as possible. And there are the Fell Imps from Snuts trying to build Demonic Fury.
Yep, and we saw a heroic leap by Kara, followed by an immediate Demonic Portal over by Snuts to get over there. Nope, now he's going to get back into the fight right there, as Collective is going to get some drinks off because this could be a long match. Zuniaki having his Tide down, getting some heals off. Venruki, of course, sitting in a pretty good position as, never mind. He is going to be down to half as the Warrior is going to blink over to him. Collective in a blanket counterspell right there.
And there was the will from another, so he doesn't have Trinket available. Kara still just trying to get topped, man, but it doesn't seem like it's happening. Zuniaki having to use Ascendance. A Chaos Wave is going to land just to do a little bit of damage, really keep the pressure going from Snuts. Snuts' Demonic Fury is very high at this point. His Dark Soul comes up in 30 seconds, and that's when the magic happens for them, bursting all at once. Venruki doing so much damage. He took a big hit from a Frost Bomb right there, but it doesn't look like he appears to be in any trouble at all. That's Recklessness from Kara, so he's trying to do damage. He won't be able to Shield Wall right here. He also wants to use his Rallying Cry and his On Use, using a lot of cooldowns at once.
Every time that he tries to connect to a target when he has damage cooldowns up immediately. Either the mage is blinking away or the warlock is going to port away. PvP trinkets on all characters for Bring It right now, plus Collective sitting at an amazing amount of mana. Looks like they are going to be trying to get back. Zuniaki does need to get some drinks off because this is going to be a long match.
Yeah, trinket available for everyone on Team Yaspresents and everyone on Team Bring It, actually. Looks like a water elemental was slain right there. It is back out for Venruki, and Kara does manage to charge him once again. I believe he actually plays with the double charge as opposed to the 12-second charge. There's a deep onto Kara. Venruki going to do a lot of damage to him right here. No, he does manage to get out that deep before the Frostbomb. It does explode, though, right there, and some Chaos Waves coming in as well. He's going to be taking a little bit of damage. He should be okay for now, but Dark Soul is back up.
Full poly right now. Zuniaki, he's sitting through it right now. Kara having to shield wall since that's back up again. Wow, amazing that he sat through it. Shield wall is barely going to live him. There we go. Now we have the trinket out of Zuniaki. Bring It. Forcing that trinket is exactly what they needed.
But again, man, that wasn't the Dark Soul. Kara doesn't have shield wall. He doesn't have die by the sword. Zuniaki doesn't have trinket. Didn't get anything onto him. He will surely kill Kara.
As the Avatar coming out of Kara right now, getting over on, tossing that heroic leap out to stay onto his target. But look at this, not doing damage to anyone right now as he is trying to stay away from that ring right there, as it looks like, no, that was the enemy team ring. Collective, of course, getting stuck in that. Snuts having to unend resolve, using a bunch of his cooldowns right now to stay alive.
Venruki taking a little bit of damage at about half health. He's getting picked up now by Collective. Really excellent job. But I think as soon as anything lands on Zuniaki, that's when we'll see it. I want to see a pet stun on him. It's followed by an instant cast fear.
He does not have Tremor right now. He does not have Trinket. His Nature Swiftness is coming up in a few seconds. No Ascendance. So he has a little while if anything happens. Collective in that half sheep, sitting through the entire thing. Venruki getting Frostbombed. Does explode, but does almost no damage, barely popping.
They're going for the kill right here. The deep onto Kara. He's going to have to Trinket. He's at 100,000 HP. Will he go down here? A blanket onto Zuniaki. Spirit Link goes out. They need to kill that. An excellent palm ring right there. Catches Snuts. That's his Dark Soul.
NS also, they force so much out of Zuniaki. He doesn't have anything left right now. Oh, but the Dark Soul not doing too much right now as Snuts needs to get back into demon form and toss some damage out. Another look at that. Having hypothermia on him right now. Not sure if he has that second block quite yet, which he does. Oh, man, look at that. Blanket count. No, that did hit the Nature Tree of Collective, who's just going to stand behind the pillar, toss out a couple Riptides.
Another was feared right there. He got dispelled out of it, though. Venruki taking a lot of damage from this Warrior. Warrior's just trucking him all day, man. Venruki actually using his on use right here, so Kara's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get the polymorph onto Zuniaki out of that. Kara in a lot of trouble. There is a grounding totem down. It was eaten. Die by the sword has also been used. Ring of Frost on Kara. They need to get the Frost Bombs out. They need to land double Chaos Waves at the same time. This game is getting pretty long here, man. And I don't know, with all the pressure that a Warrior can do, they might be ahead on damage.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. All right, Venruki right now is going to be focused. You know, that blanket counter spell, or that blanket silence rather, from Gag Order is doing its job, forcing Venruki to try to play a little bit of distance to stay out of that pummel range. Kara taking some Chaos Waves right there with a deep onto Zuniaki, but it's not going to do too much.
Yeah, Venruki just having a tough time, man, really getting these casts off. When you have a Warrior sitting on you and a Mage sitting on you as well, they're not going to go for the interrupts on the Warlock because he doesn't cast anything. It's a Demonology. Venruki down to 150k, 100k. He's taking a lot. He's actually just going to block.
All right. His Cold Snap is back up.
Ring on Collective.
Yep. So he's going to have to sit through this entire... I like that. He sat through the block. Collective... Wow, look at that. Oh, so much damage. Collective using that Nature Swiftness, I do believe. No, he was just able to massively heal himself.
But look at Venruki. I believe he might have had to use his Cold Snap there. Yeah, he did. Damage onto Kara, though. Kara down to 4. Okay.
Nature Swiftness. That was a huge Nature Swiftness right there. That was great. Zuniaki still doesn't have much left, of course. His Tremor is going to be back up by now. Venruki, the hypothermia is off, and he did have to Cold Snap. He might have to... Oh, look at that. Blinking away. The Ascendant's up. The Avatar is up on Kara, who is... Wow, he didn't wait for his Recklessness, which was 20 seconds away. What is Kara doing right now?
That very well may cost him the game. He also... But on the second hand, Snuts and Venruki also overlap Deep Freeze with Axe Toss the pet stun. A slight mistake, but thankfully for them, Kara wasn't able to do too much damage to him after that. Kara still has his on-use available, or on him rather. He's doing a lot of damage onto Venruki. Frozen Orb is out on Venruki. hitting him for so much. Die by the sword used by Kara. Snuts does have Dark Soul available.
Collective got full counterspelled right there as he's going to have to sit through it. Yep, and that forced the block out of Venruki. This is looking good as that recklessness comes up. Kara is going to get over to Venruki, who has that hypothermia, doesn't have anything up. His barrier is down. His Incanter's Ward is down. Collective in that sheep. Wow, able to live through it. Venruki having to trinket that, though.
Yeah, and Snuts has also used his trinket right there. I'm not entirely sure what exactly he trinketed. His Felons are out. That's going to allow him to build his Demonic Fury. Kara, he's not getting any lucky taste for blood procs, unfortunately for them.
I like the palm ring right there. Venruki, I do believe that. Yep, that was. All right, so, but the team of Yaspresents able to live through it. Look at that, a trinket onto that short deep.
Wow.
Even though Zuniaki did have his trinket up.
Look at that ring, though, man. It caught both Snuts and Collective. Venruki doesn't have a block available. He's in a lot of trouble. Collective goes from a ring into a poly into a shockwave. He's finally able to cast. Gonna use Nature's Swiftness. Kara's still in a little bit of trouble. We need to see some pressure onto him. Kara at 170k HP. We might see Snuts pop everything right here. So it's actually going for the Soulfire, but will Venruki maybe just be able to solo Kara right
Capacitor
here?
totem onto Kara right now as he is stunned. Big heal on to Kara because Zuniaki still looking pretty good. Ascendance is back up. He's got everything basically back up right now.
Yeah, now there is a deep freeze onto Zuniaki. Might get ringed off of that. Yes, he does. So Kara is all alone. He needs to just line of sight, stay away from the mage, stay away from the Warlock right here. Venruki unable to get a lot of frost bombs off this game, man.
Oh yeah, I know. Another just doing a great job of trying to shut everyone down. That ring does go down right there. Never mind. It was not a full ring as Kara is going to be down at half. He's sitting at half for so long during that match. Of course, both Snuts and Venruki could be a viable target for him as Venruki blinks away using that Incanter's Ward right now as it does break, so he's going to get that full spell power damage. That shockwave lands on him after he already blinked.
And that's a lot of cooldowns out of Kara right here, including Die by the Sword. Venruki down to 100k HP. He's going to have to block, but a big heal comes in from Collective. Snuts into a Hex, gets dispelled out by Collective right there. Now, Snuts has everything available. They can definitely kill Kara right here. Demonic Gateway being cast by Snuts. He's looking for the long game, maybe looking to run out the clock. Maybe they feel like they're doing more damage. Kara's at 320,000 HP right here. Snuts unable to get the double Chaos Wave with the Dark Soul off right there. I don't believe he just didn't want to do it. Another trying his best to peel for his team. He's actually doing a great job. We've seen so many palm rings go out on really scary moments.
Look at that. Collective sitting through that entire full poly. There we go. We have the Skull Banner and the Avatar out from Kara right now, who is enraged right now. Jumping over, doing a lot of damage on to Venruki right now because he doesn't have a block available as he might be in trouble right now. It's a long time till those blocks are back up too. Kara taking a lot of damage though as he has to use that Rallying Cry.
Yeah, that Rallying Cry, he probably would have wanted that because here comes the Dark Soul. Snuts actually casting Hand of Gul'dan's instead of Chaos Waves. That was a huge mistake because that does not increase his damage really, but there was the wall forced by Kara.
Yeah, this damage is still on him though as Collective did have to trinket early as we still have a minute left at least on Venruki's Cold Snap.
Yeah, well, in about 2 minutes, we'll see a lot of scary moments for Kara because he won't have any defensive cooldowns, really. He's put inside of a deep right there. He's going to trinket that, a wise choice. If that mage casts that Frost Bomb right there, you go instantly to 100,000 health. He does not want that. Snuts doing a great job keeping Aura of Enfeeblement up. It's like his #1 priority this entire game. That's preventing so much damage from the opposing team. We have Venruki popping his on use. Gonna try and hit Kara pretty hard right here. The Frost Bomb does get dispelled though. Oh, I'm sorry, no, it did explode onto Kara. He's at 158k HP. Second wind going to work. A totem does go down, trying to heal Kara just a little bit. Zuniaki has to trinket that, but Kara, will he actually go down?
Blanket
a Blanket
spell.
Counterspell.
Oh, with a Hex on top of it also. Kara is out of line of sight though. Second wind doing its work, like you said, healing him for so much while he's behind the pillar. As we do see a silence onto Venruki, plus a Colossus Smash, trying to put some damage out as Collective is in a full poly with no trinket up.
Yeah, and there is another Howl onto another. He doesn't have any way out of that, but thankfully for them, it was incredibly short. Snuts at 320,000 HP about. Kara at 200,000 as well. A deep onto him. They're going to try and burst him right here. I feel like Zuniaki has to keep him topped.
The grounding helped out right there. 23 seconds on Venruki's Cold Snap right there. He needs to live for at least that long. Collective barely gets out of that poly as Trinket comes back up. Another taking a lot of damage though because, wow. that Spirit Link went down from Collective, as it's going to top off Snuts' health, who is in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Collective at 175,000 mana versus Zuniaki's 66,000. Legion Strike acting as a mortal strike for this team, causing more pressure. Not as much healing going out for Zuniaki because of it, depending on who the pet is hitting. Snuts still with that aura of enfeeblement, keeping it up, keeping dots on the Kara, dots on the Zuniaki, or on another, I'm sorry. Snuts still taking a little bit of damage. Kara's trying to connect to him, but you don't want to run behind that pillar. Finruki did get counterspelled right there. It looks like it wasn't on his Frost Tree, as he was able to put the deep out onto Kara, just hitting him with those ice lances. Kara actually using Die by the Sword, and I feel like when Snuts decides to use his Dark Soul, it's going to be the end. He is the person to watch here. This is what it all boils down to, man. Another in that Hex, he has to trinket it. Looks like this is what they want right here.
It's a ring onto Zuniaki right here. Can they follow up with any more crowd control? We have a Fear, a Howl of Terror. Takes Roulette coming up on Kara. Maybe he can put some damage out onto Snuts right now. Gets healed to full by Zuniaki.
Those are the cooldowns by Snuts. They're doing a lot of damage. Another does manage to steal the Mastery. That means another can actually one-shot anyone he wants if he's actually able to do it. It looks like it may be onto Snuts. No, he doesn't actually land the Frost Bomb right there. Vinruki is going to be taking the most damage. He's going to have to block immediately, and this game is going on for so long. Our Warrior Mage Shaman has done a great job of living. Ascendance is up for Zuniaki, trying to keep everybody up. Kara decides to trinket that deep. Vinruki's at 114,000 HP, in a lot of trouble, man.
Oh, Vinruki is in trouble right now. No block. Huge heal from Collective. Collective, though, having that Ascendance up, healing. There goes the Spirit Link Totem. Oh, all right. Do believe we have hit the 20-minute time limit. Wow.
This is what it boils down to, man.
All right, so they are going to figure out who is the winner of that, because once it goes to 20 minutes, we are going to have a count of the amount of damage done. So exciting. Wow.
Well.
All right.
This is intense. They needed to do more damage than the Mage Lock Shaman if they want to stay in this. Question is, did they?
We'll find out. All right, so the big thing to note, of course, in that match was the switch. Another going from Death Knight onto Frost Mage, and you can see he really made it count. Wow, so much damage. It's going to be close.
That number, I think we have a victor.
We will see. We will see.
We have to wait for confirmation.
Absolutely. All right. So let's play this out, though. If this does go to the next round. Oh. All right. Sounds like they still are talking it over. We'll let you know the moment that we know. But so Yaspresents, I liked that another decided. Oh.
It looks like Snuts.
Wait. Is that it? Could it be it?
I think that's it, man.
Is it?
They did more damage. There we have it. Team Bring It. Snuts, the Warlock, Vinruki, the Mage, Collective, the Shaman. They did it. They are your